All right, good evening, everybody. It is 7:07 and we're opening the public hearing on Tuesday, February 3rd for the Historic District. I'm going to appoint John Goodrich as a full regular member for tonight. Tonight's clerk will be Mr. Moriarty. Yep. And if anyone has not signed in, unless your last name's Emerson, has anyone not signed in at the yellow sheet, please do so.
They only have to sign in if they're here for a pre-app.
Yeah, that's everybody
Yeah.
who's not named Emerson. So, um, and I'm going to waive the hearing procedures, but they're available on the side table if you would like to read them. And with that, I'm going to ask the clerk of the HDC to read the public notice.
Okay. Town of Groton notice of public hearing, Historic District Commission. The Historic District Commission will hold a public hearing on Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026 at 7 p.m. at the Groton Town Annex, 134 Groton Long Point Road, and virtually via the Zoom platform to hear the following applications requesting a certificate of appropriateness. HTC 260001, 13 Prospect Street, Nancy Emerson, applicant, owner, deck repairs, PIN 261805198531. A Zoom meeting link will be posted on the town's website, meeting calendar. Applications are on file and available for public inspection during normal business hours at the Planning Department, 134 Groton Long Point Road, Groton, Connecticut. Dated this 27th day of January, 2026 at Groton, Connecticut.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thanks, Mark.
All right, so with that, everyone's present. We'll open up the public hearings at 7:09 and we call to the table Nancy Emerson.
Oh, do you want a different chair? Are you okay with that? Okay.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's very comfortable.
Okay.
Good.
All right,
Wait,
so
Have to
he's
do that.
gonna activate the
Switch you
camera.
over.
there we go.
There we go.
Okay. All right.
Excellent, facing us. Great job.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So
Um,
name and address for the record, please.
Okay. Nancy Emerson, 13 Prospect Street, Mystic. Okay. We're planning to do a porch repair for the front porch this spring. So, anyway.
Otherwise,
Backwards.
opposite of what you think.
Right.
I know, there we go. Okay. So, anyway, we're planning to repair it. There's some different boards that need to be replaced and repainted, but the big problem is that all the joists underneath and the decking need to be completely removed. It's been there a very long time. This is a historic district, and it was 1891 that my great-grandparents built this home. So anyway, so that's just shows an example of the boards. So they're just not in great shape.
Are those tongue and groove or are they just like
Really close.
really close?
I think they're really close.
They're really close. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. Again, I'm not the carpenter.
Yeah.
Sorry. And because it's the historic district and I didn't have, in order to submit, I had to have whatever the plan. I thought, okay, I will give you guys a picture
Love that.
of,
Awesome.
my dad would have noted this was 1894, 3 years after it was built. And the little boy is my grandfather.
Oh,
So unrelated to your application, it's been in the family the whole time?
Yes, it was when I
That's
was
awesome.
a child. It belonged to
that's
my Nana, who had married little Herbert Wolf. And anyway, she lived to be 103. So
Bless her.
all my kids knew her and all that. And then it was my aunt's, and I was her main person. And she died about almost 2 years ago at age 96. So I'm
jeez.
the owner. So anyway, it's a very loved home.
That's awesome. Thank you.
That's
It is really amazing. So anyway,
those the list of
yes, the list, it basically what we want to do. This is the actual material, except the color we haven't picked out. It'll probably be a dark gray. So this is the actual material. It's, you know,
Yeah, I put that on my house. I live right around the corner from you on West Mystic Ave, and I put TimberTech on my deck, and I'm very happy with it. So
yeah. No, I mean, it's a really good, high quality product.
Familiar
And
with it.
So have you talked to your carpenter? Or so the plan is to use kind of like that with board and just really narrow without any
gaps.
gap? Is that the plan?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, he explained the whole thing,
Yeah.
like I said last time.
Rebuild
lift
it all.
up.
Yeah.
Then he's got to do all the repair underneath, do the joist, and yes, that's my understanding
Okay.
is that.
And just to confirm, I know we're supposed to forget your pre-app, but just to confirm what you said last time was that the columns or pillars, whatever you want, are perfectly fine and
Yes.
the railings perfectly fine.
Yeah.
It's just everything underneath that.
Right,
What's
like-
being replaced.
Like I can tell, like he could tell that there was, and we've seen it, that there was a little bit of repair to one of the posts. I guess they're technically posts.
Okay.
I didn't know. I call them tell. But basically, but he said, yeah, they're in good shape
Okay.
because those would have been hand carved and that would have cost me a lot more money.
Understand.
But yeah, so fortunate, all of that is in really good shape. And up above, there's some crack boards that depending on things. And when they kind of repaired it at some point, they did it in a funny way, but we don't have to, he said, we don't have to do anything to it because our roof is in very good shape.
Good.
So,
Have you talked to your carpenter about, so the deck boards run like perpendicular to the house right now, and so you have like that exposed edge in the front. Do you know if he's gonna picture frame the decking material? So the reason why I ask is like the cut side, like this isn't meant to really be exposed.
right,
So like normally like they'll put a board running perpendicular and then have the other boards run this way so that you have kind of a nice finish edge.
right,
So if you're looking at your staircase, your 3 steps of stairs, you see kind of like a nice finished edge versus
right.
this sort of cut exposure. So
Good point.
yeah, just something for him to
So how would you recommend it be done?
That way.
yeah,
What he
like
just said.
picture frame. So if you it's probably in here. So like see how there's like a perpendicular board and then the other boards run perpendicular to it. So something like that.
Oh, okay,
Like at the end.
But at the edge where
Yeah,
your
the
steps
edge.
are.
Yeah.
right, okay. I'm sure he knows he'll want
Yeah.
it to look nice
Yeah.
and everything, so. Okay.
Just something to consider.
So just to basically, you would recommend doing a picture frame edge?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, no, that sounds good.
Do you have any questions?
No.
Yeah.
I would say
Love the
what's
story, love what
important
she's
is
doing. Good point brought up there.
Yeah. Mark, you have a comment?
what's important is sealing the end of the wood.
Well, it's a advanced PVC product.
Yeah,
So it's
maybe not. So,
composite. Yeah.
well,
So it should this will last forever.
today, I'll just say I I keep up my AIA stuff, and there's a product called thermally modified wood,
Oh yeah.
and I don't know if you know that, but I know there's a lot of different materials out there, and I use Corapa myself, but our deck, but there's the wood that's much more environmental in terms of its perspective, and I understand all the different products out there, but we're talking about plastic wood, which is certainly a good idea in terms of durability, but there's other options.
Right.
But I was blown away today by what I learned today about this product that people are doing that and carbon, how much wood is wasted in our environment. And there's other options. Yes, short story.
No, I do have two more questions. The stairs, it's like two steps, I think. You're gonna do the same material, and then you have a railing, like an iron railing.
Yeah, I think my Nana put that in, probably
Okay.
my grandfather.
Okay.
Um,
Do you need a handrail? I don't know the code on handrail.
2 steps, they don't.
Two
More
steps?
than three risers
Yeah,
or 30 inches from grade.
1, 2, 3, right? It's like 2.5 risers.
Yeah, so she doesn't
So-
need it. It's optional at that point.
Yeah. Okay.
could
would
I,
it be okay if we do like a wooden?
Yeah, that'd be fine.
Yeah.
Because I know I would need to have one.
Yeah.
I mean, my mother, who is, again, my aunt's sister, she's actually at Academy Point right now. And anyway, we use that railing, and
Yeah.
of course, I'm getting older too. I'm
Yeah.
sure I'll be
Yeah.
like to use that railing.
So, my only suggestion, if you're gonna get a railing, is submit. Is it gonna look? I mean, we just would want to make sure it looks
Nice.
nice. So
Isn't
just
there a code on railings or no?
What's that?
Isn't there a certain code on railings like that? They made a certain way? I was
Made a
told-
certain way?
Yeah, I was told when I had put them on my house, they had to. just certain
Well,
code.
there's graspability requirements, but it varies. If you're using a wood one, there's a certain circumference that you have to stay within. But a lot of the other ones, like the manufactured vinyl ones, or even
no.
molded wood, as long as they meet the contours meet the graspability requirements, they don't have to meet the circumference requirements. So
I would
it varies.
I would like to
How
make
would I do it?
so I would like to make the suggestion that if you are going to put a railing on that's different from the one that's currently there, you come back and ask for an addendum to this project.
Okay,
And that
so we could start the project, but if
right,
do that.
but to do the railing because it's not part of the presentation,
that.
and so we want to see what it looks like. Just it's I'm
You
not
wouldn't even have to apply. You just come to the
Just
next
come
meeting.
to right
We take you up
exactly
under old business. You
Right.
show us the modification that you're proposing that wasn't originally approved,
Okay.
right
and then we send you on your way.
exactly.
But she
No,
can
it's
reinstall the existing one if she chooses to.
right.
All right.
I'm just saying only if you choose not to use the
Yeah,
iron
I
ones. Okay.
My husband would prefer us to do a wooden one.
Okay.
So I was like,
Mhm.
I'll find out what the deal is.
Yeah.
Okay,
So does that make sense what we're saying?
it's fine. That's totally fine.
Is there lattice work underneath? It doesn't look like now, but I'm just looking at the kind of historical photo.
Oh.
There is some lattice work, Peter. Let's see. Is there lattice work underneath?
Looks like it.
It looks like it's
Yeah, but
Yeah.
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 It's
On the-
underneath.
on the
It
deep
covers
side.
joists.
Okay.
Bushes are
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
Are you gonna remove that or
You're gonna
keep
replace
it or replace it? with-
That's a good question. Okay. I like the lattice work. I mean, I guess I have to ask the carpenter, is it good shape or do we have to put new lattice work? But it would be the same.
Well, it'd be, yeah, it'd be the
Same
Like-
stuff.
lattice is lattice. Yeah, like for like.
Like as long
Yeah.
as it's
I think if you want to
yeah.
remove it, we would want to know.
if you're gonna put
Correct.
something other than lattice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
Lattice
no,
style.
It was built with the lattice, so I think personally.
Yeah, well-
Yeah.
to do
Yeah, yeah.
lattice.
Yeah.
I have no
Okay.
complaints about the lattice.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so got it,
Okay.
yes. So
And this is not a HDC question, just a curious question. The ceiling, what color is the ceiling? Because I lived in 1880 house and it was this seafoam blue green to calm the widows as they waited for their.
that's interesting.
So I was just curious what the color of your poor ceiling. I mean, you don't.
No, we don't have any interesting colors
Oh,
like
okay.
that, but I don't know if originally there was, but
Yeah, I'm just.
I think so. We actually had an entire list of the cost of building this house. Every little item, it was under $1,000. We know about, again, my great, what would be my great great
Return on
company
investment.
that built the well, and we still use our well water, and it tested so great that the scientists said, I would not touch this water. And it's a shallow well. And I think it's connected to an underground river is what I've been told.
So there's a spring right on the other side of Prospect, and I live on Irving, and it's a joke because the amount of 90-year-old people that live on Irving Street and hearing about your
Yeah.
So it's got to be something about that water and that
It
artesian
is
well.
amazing.
Yeah.
I had been concerned because I heard about another situation that there had been, some not some good stuff in water, and I, was trying to convince my aunt, like, well, I think we should test it. So finally, we were thinking of testing it, and it wasn't. She didn't need to anymore, but we did test it, and then it was like, wow, it's amazing. So I didn't have to feel bad anymore. I kept worrying about it, going, is the water good? Maybe not. It tastes great. Okay.
Stick has a blue zone.
Okay, well, no,
Freedom Prospect. Yeah.
no, it was really helpful hearing about that. Okay.
Good. Mark, any questions?
No.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Does anybody in the audience want to speak for the application? Anybody in the audience want to speak against the application? All right. Then with that, HDC 26-001, 13 Prospect Street is closed. And so having no other public hearings on the docket, we'll go, you're welcome to sit, we're about to vote. We'll go to consideration of public hearings. So we'll go HDC 26-001.
Moriarty makes a motion to approve.
Goodrich, second.
Okay, discussion. Mark, do you have anything? Just because I can't
No.
see you.
No, I don't.
Any discussion from the commission? Um, sounds pretty straightforward, has everything. The only thing, just again, noting if you do something different with the railing to come back, you don't just show up and we'll talk about it at that. You don't have to jump through any hoops, just show up. Yep. All right. So, all right. With no further discussion, I'll go to a vote.
Goodrich, aye.
Mark,
First guy.
Ferguson, I.
Moriarty, aye.
All right. HDC 26-001, 13 Prospect Street is approved. Okay, with that, we'll close the consideration of public hearings and go to pre-application. One pre-application before we get to the list that's over there. One pre-application is 49 to 53 West Main Street. That, okay, okay. It was postponed last week, so I wasn't sure.
They weren't sure if everyone ready, so she put it on the agenda, but they're.
Okay, okay. All
At
right.
this point, it's kind of till further notice.
There we go.
Okay, so, all right, Moriarty makes the motion to add Kevin Curry, 14 West Mystic Avenue to the pre-application agenda.
Ferguson seconds, discussion. Vote,
Goodrich, aye.
Ferguson, aye.
Moriarty, aye.
First guy.
All right. We'll have Kevin Curry, come on forward.
Thank you.
Good evening.
Good evening. The subject property is 14 West Mystic.
And just state your name, just sorry.
Kevin Curry.
Okay.
I am the carpenter contractor for the owners of 14 West Mystic, who are Christian and Blair Davies. I don't think we need the site plan, but it's in the heart of West Mystic. It's in the heart of your considerations. This is
Is it on the right when you're going?
It's only when you go into
if
his
you're
house,
heading-
it's on the
yeah,
right.
if you're heading down, it's on
Yeah,
the right.
okay, just confirming I got.
Past the Milsteins. What we're asking for is the consideration of changing the windows in the front door, which are up against the facade but covered by a porch. We're going to use wood. because we have that opportunity with the porch cover that it'll last a long time.
So if you can
The,
just slide those pavers back, I'll zoom
Look,
in a little bit.
can you
and
see
just
the-
a little bit
look on the
south.
green.
See the
Yeah.
building there?
okay.
So, no,
Slide it
yep,
there.
Yeah,
there,
and I'll zoom
perfect.
in.
That's perfect.
Oh.
I'll zoom in and it might be a little more.
Perfect.
So there'll be
Alright.
4 windows on the front porch. These are rather large windows. We won't do anything with the exterior. They'll be installed from the interior. So we'll keep, as you see, you might be able to see if I get more pictures. This is from the town records. There's shutters and molding there.
Yep. And
Um,
are they 6/6?
They are
grid
6/6.
But the upstairs windows are.
They
different,
have
right?
a
They look
more of a craftsman
Yeah.
style to them.
Okay.
These windows are 10 inches off the floor, so our bottom sashes are going to be safety glass. The rest of it is Anderson Woodwright, a pretty traditional window in that area. And there is a specifications that Anderson gives. I don't know if that will.
Just
There you
rotate
go.
it 90
Rotate it
degrees.
so we could read it.
There you go.
There, right? Is that better?
Oh, pull it
But
towards.
what
pull
I'm
it
saying is
towards-
because
pull it
they're
towards-
so tall,
Pull it towards you.
yeah, pull towards me.
Yeah, so just use that as your guide.
Closer to you.
Hey, keep going. There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because they're so tall, we said the bottom sashes will be safety glass in that 6x6 configuration. And the spec will be, paintable white, and the Woodwright is they're just a double hung. Do you need me to read any of the specs for you?
Not the specs, but what like version of Anderson is it? There's lots of.
Oh, this 400 series?
Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Thank you.
And we've had good service with that. They used them on the back of the house.
They look good. Full divided light, it looks like.
Full divided lights, yeah.
Okay.
FDL, I see that.
Yeah.
Dual pane, low E.
Yeah.
This is going to facilitate the owner reaching their goals of energy efficiency and also just eliminate, even though right now it's all encapsulated, but eliminate any guess about lead in those sashes.
Yeah,
So this will help the owner have a better asset and certainly help
Yeah, they look
the
good.
community with the foundation of good things.
All right. So
And then there is a side smaller window, 32 by 58. It's not floor to ceiling, not, again, double hung, 6/6. Did I put that? No.
still Anderson 400.
Still Anderson 400. Still installed from the inside, still not touching anything on the outside. Come before the commission before because they have transom up in the
Oh, yeah. I remember.
and they kept those and
Yep.
it was a good idea.
Which window on the side? Which side of the house? On the-
So it would be
It's under the porch still.
It would be not, it would be if you're facing the stairs
Yeah.
on the right.
Okay. And it's just one window over there?
One window over there.
Okay.
And
And the same Anderson 400,
Same Anderson
Yeah.
400.
6/6.
And you want to tell us about the door?
So we're not keeping the same rough openings again and not doing anything to the exterior.
Okay.
May I move to the front door?
Yeah, please.
Look at that. I actually got it right the first time.
Yeah.
So the door again, sort of shaker sticking.
Yeah.
This door is readily available but will be made to fit this original opening.
Yeah.
We sourced for Simpson. So we need to do a transom up top and the two side lights.
Okay.
And then so I included, you might see that we're just we're keeping as much as we can,
Yeah.
not as much, but pretty much dead nuts trying to recreate
Yeah.
this store, this entry.
Yeah.
They like it.
So you'll have the top transom, you're keeping the top transom.
Keeping the
and that-
top
But just
transom?
switching everything out, something more.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it's we're using this water barrier technology so that it's really wood, but impregnated with more things to keep it away from rotting.
Okay.
Simpson
So it's not like a clad material, it's wood that's
no,
treated.
wood
Oh,
that's
okay.
treated.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I've never
that's
heard of
good.
that.
So I included drawings of both the
Yeah.
side lights, the sticking of the door. Let's see. One side, and then the transom. It pretty much
Mark, do you have any questions? Can you see okay?
Oh, just barely.
Yeah.
I'm listening.
Okay.
so we only added, we have considered what sort of from the transition to the sill, but we're so high up off the ground that there's no, from the inside in the basement, there's no rot, but we would like to include a pan
Mhm.
and an insulated sill.
Yeah.
So but the threshold again will be because it's an in-swing door,
Mhm.
the threshold will be wood. It will be made out of sapel, which is pretty
Mm.
close to mahogany.
Yeah.
Some people even use the word as mahogany, but that's the
That's what I use on my deck on my boat.
okay. I can't, it's either mahogany or
Looks
sapel
like
to me.
mahogany to me.
Okay. I can hear you. So this is, I mean, this is important to me where the threshold meets, because that's
Yeah.
really the only place that can compromise this particular
Mhm.
installation. And then I included, and I guess this packet will go in with my building permit once you see the feasibility or the appropriateness.
Mhm.
But there is a list of, just the doors fir. I don't think I mentioned that.
Mhm.
We wanted to keep it as historically correct as
Yeah.
we could.
Well done.
That's great.
You picked up a better picture, or is that just a
This is from Google Maps.
Oh, that's nice,
5 months ago. So what are their plans for the upstairs windows? Do you think they'll?
They've been replaced
Oh, they have?
before the
Okay.
owners, the
Okay.
present owners bought them.
Okay.
They are woodwright.
Yeah. Okay. It's just a different light pattern in the windows. I was just wondering if they had any.
Yeah,
sort
they're
of
not real
long-term
happy,
plan.
but to replace them right now
Yeah.
they'd rather do the ones that have been there so long that they might have, I mean,
Yeah.
everything's pretty
Yeah.
totally. I mean, I can't find any lead in any of the things because did have to remove some molding inside to
Yeah.
take the right measurements. But the sashes are a consideration in anybody's mind, I think.
Yeah.
Something that old is
Right.
it's gonna be there.
Yeah, right.
And the only thing that I had a question about was it might be because of these are being built. I mean, there's none of this is on the shelf.
Yeah.
What would I do about doing like 3 by May? If everything goes right, maybe I'd start the installation in May and then do another 2 in say July. Do I need to reapply?
Yeah, yes, for
No,
those.
if we
No.
approve all of
No,
them, 'cause
you can do all of
you're.
Oh, you're saying of,
He's
I
gonna
thought you meant-
phase, he's gonna
Oh,
phase
phase it. Oh,
everything
this
he's just
project.
described to
Yeah.
you.
Oh, I thought
Yeah.
you meant 2
Yeah.
separate
Yeah, I'm gonna,
ones.
Yeah.
when I
Oh,
do
no,
the
no.
permit, it's
You have
gonna,
5 years after we approve it.
Yeah.
okay.
So-
It must be right there for you, like
Yeah.
5 years.
But if you want your scope to be the windows and the door,
Right.
yeah, we'll vote on it
And then I
And
can
then
do them.
you can do it, you have
Well, I don't
5 years.
have to
Within,
do 'em
yeah,
tomorrow. I'll be
No,
happy.
no, that's fine.
yeah.
No, just day after tomorrow.
No.
And you said that you won't touch anything on the exterior, but if you do, like the exterior trim needs to be replaced, would you keep cedar or wood or whatever? Or would you look to go to a PVC product?
No, the owner's pretty adamant about
Okay.
always
If it's like for
he
like,
likes wood more than,
yeah, okay.
I like to keep a
Good,
few
yeah.
trees in the forest, but he loves it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah,
So if it's
no,
like
so
for
I feel
like,
like we don't need
we don't really need to
Right.
know that. It's if you wanted to switch, then we'd probably encourage you to make it part of your application.
Right.
But
Yeah.
everything looks good. I mean,
Yeah.
the specs are great. I think
Yeah.
I'm glad to see you're keeping the transom
Yeah.
and the side lights on the door.
And I love that everything's wood,
Yeah.
So,
And it does make that entranceway, what it is.
Yeah.
If we were to eliminate the top transom just for value engineering, because it can get expensive, it just wouldn't, the
Mhm.
light wouldn't be the same.
right.
Well, thank you so much.
So
Thank you.
So
you get your
do you have any questions about?
No, I just, my only question, and I don't think the owner has any question because he's been with you before.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I think from a time, creating a timeline with my vendor, which Arnold Lumber, I mean, all of this is 8-10 weeks, so we're right on time.
Right.
for-
So if you submit your application before Thursday, you could be on our next meeting. And then we can, all things go well, approve at that meeting, and then you can go your 8 to 10 weeks or whatever.
Right, and that would
right.
put me right where I,
Right.
Yep.
yeah, so
Yeah,
I'm
so-
gonna go back and report to the owner that things are in the works,
Right.
that you have seen it. All of these are in a PDF,
Mhm.
Right.
from all these
And
specs,
the-
all these,
Yep.
the written
Yeah.
specs, the Anderson specs.
Yep.
So when that goes to the building department, you can see, or do you want me to leave this
No,
here?
it goes to us as well.
Yeah.
It goes to you as well,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
but just do it before Thursday if you want to be on the next meeting.
okay. And then if I didn't, I'd have to wait till
The
Tuesday, March.
Yes.
Yes.
The first Tuesday of March.
Thank you so much.
All right.
Have a good night.
Thank you.
Sorry. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is this one or two?
So, Brian Chervell. Right. Okay, I'll make a motion to add Brian Chervell to the agenda.
Moriarty seconds.
Any discussion? All right. Vote.
Goodrich, aye.
Ferguson, aye.
Moriarty, aye.
Ernst, aye.
Right.
All right. Brian Chervell, 290 High Street. Come on up. Oh, you're for 3? You have 3 tonight?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Three. Facts.
I would
So,
get up early.
Oh, look at the time.
Is that my wife's call?
Yeah.
take it word for word.
It's good to see you, Peter.
Yep, always a pleasure.
Thanks to the architect. I'm here with Brian Chevelle, and I'll let him do a little intro for you guys.
Yeah, I'm Brian Chevelle. I live at 290 High Street in Mystic. I'm here to submit a proposal to add some additions and renovations to the house at 290 High Street. I purchased the house 40 years ago when I was originally stationed here as a navigator of a submarine in Groton. And now, 40 years later, after raising 3 kids, my wife and I have sufficient resources to fix and improve many of the shortcomings of the house that we've put on hold for about a long time. Specifically, I'd like to expand the north wing of the house and add a second floor to it. I'd like to add a covered porch to the front of the house. Also want to renovate and remodel 2 bathrooms. And they also want to add a cupola with a small deck to the attic, so that for the storage of telescopes and intermittent astronomical observations. I'm retired and I desire to be a budding astronomer. The cupola with the deck will allow me to put my telescope above the tree line in the backyard so I have a view of the eastern sky. And it also would put the telescopes above the light pollution caused by the numerous motion activated security lights in the neighborhood. When I purchased the home, the original roof height limit was 35 feet. The regulations were recently changed to 30 feet. The front of my house is, the roof is currently, well, 25 feet, 8 inches, but when you take into account the town of Groton's definition of a finished grade, average grade, it's more like 27 feet, 10 inches. The proposed cupola, the roof height would be 32 feet, 1 inch, taking into account the average finished grade. There is the town has an exemption for cupolas and other structures that can go above the 30-foot limit. They could actually go, provided they're less than 10 feet above the maximum roof height limit for the zone. And the cupola and the chimney don't exceed 10% of the building area. And the cupola or the other structures are not designed for human occupancy. I guess those are the regulations, and the cupola would meet all those regulations. Specifically, the proposed house with the square footage with building area would be 1,922 square feet. The cupola and chimney combined would be 191 square feet, which is 10% of the building area. The height of the chimney and the cupola roof well below the 10 feet above the maximum roof height for the zone. And the cupola is being designed. Is being designed and built. Was not being designed and not being built and not being used for human occupancy. And with that, I'll turn it over to.
So it's my take on that. So if we approved a cupola, that's it. There's no planning and zoning.
Oh, no,
Needed.
it's
It
still
would-
gonna have, he's still gonna.
Oh,
have to
okay.
It'll go through zoning review,
Okay.
but it sounds like.
But it's
Peter's
under,
doing
it's
due
all,
diligence
it's
on it.
all within the parameter. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
If we approve it, we're not violating P and Z.
No,
Okay,
Okay.
no, no.
that's
All right.
what I
Go-
think.
That's what,
I think
that's what I was trying to get at.
I
Yeah.
think that's what he was
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
saying.
All right.
Before Peter speaks, I just want to let you know that at the end of February, all the planets will be lined up except for Mars. So you might want to see that.
No, no.
You want to see
Yeah,
that.
currently I can't see that from my
Okay.
backyard.
All right, but I'm just saying
but yeah,
that at the
yeah,
end of
yeah,
the month,
end of the
they'll-
get
yeah,
building.
yeah.
so
Should be able-
no pressure, Peter.
Chefs, just 3 chefs, come on.
I'm just saying just as a astronomer to astronomer.
Is that gonna pick me up or you wanna?
I think so. Sue hasn't said it. It's not. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, if you want to move it, so it's.
Yeah,
by
I'll
all
do
means.
that.
I might allow you to move the plan to the middle a little also, see where you're at with it. Zoom you out.
Yeah. So again, 290 High Street. This house is essentially a colonial, well, I can't think of the word, but it's a colonial, but it's modern. It was built in the 70s. It's not a historical. And then there's a current photo of what it looks like. It's kind of a salmon color. And a very simple, straightforward design. High Street is up here on this little site plan. The addition that we're planning is sort of expanding the L that's on the building right now. So there's a smaller L here. We're expanding it to the front of the building.
I call it the North Wing. It's a space.
Okay.
And then there's a porch that wraps around here, facing the street.
That's additional.
That's an addition,
Right.
yes, proposed addition.
Yep.
So they start filling the L in is basically what we're doing, right?
Sorry. what-
Filling the L into the front of the house, kind of.
Still a little bit of a step back.
Yeah, there's still a setback.
Okay.
This is a 3D of the existing building, so you get a better
Uh,
idea of what the house
Oh,
looks
okay.
like. So that's the L. It's actually kind of really small in proportion to the
Mhm.
house itself. And those are the elevations of the existing house. There's 6/6 windows. Larger pilasters at the corners. It's got some flat board in the gables. All that will remain. These are just floor plans. If it's more instructive, I'll show you this. So this is a view from High Street. This is the proposed porch. And you can see the addition at the L poking out over here. Well, if we look at the elevations, you get a better sense of it. So from High Street, you've got your porch addition. This is your L now coming a little further forward. It's a little taller than it was before as well. And then the L is only 1 story presently. So we're adding a second floor onto that L. So it's taller than it was by adding that story.
Is it going to the existing roof line?
Sorry, that
Is it going to the existing roof line, the second story?
this is the existing roof line. So the ridge line does come over and
Oh, it goes
That's higher.
sit
They
on
were
top of it.
Okay.
The eaves are going to line up.
Okay.
Okay.
The pitch of this roof is slightly less. The pitch of the main roof is 7/12. The north wing will be 6/12, just to keep the dominance of the larger main
Building.
dominant.
So that's the side view, the left side view, north side of the L. So then this is the cupola structure proposed. That sits back on the roof. We go back one sheet, see the 3D. So from the ground plane, you can see that that's set back. Okay. Basically sitting in the center of the roof. The existing chimney will penetrate the center of it. You can see it in the floor plan here, coming up through the center. There's windows all the way around. And then we have a cutout of the roof here to provide the deck that Brian was talking about for his telescope. That will be pretty much invisible from the street. It's behind the cupola. This ridge line kind of blocks it out as well. So you won't see that at all. We'll be using same manufacturer windows. The existing windows are Marvin, they're clad windows. So we will get the latest version of that in the Marvin line. There's clapboard siding on here. I believe your house is all wood, isn't it?
Correct, it's all.
And we didn't really have this discussion about what materials we're going to use on here, but I don't know if you want to use composites or you want to use
We'll
wood.
stick with the wood that I have.
Nice.
Throughout
Okay.
the house, including the deck. I have a mahogany deck in the back. I want to use something like that in the front. I mean, that would be some better versions of wood. You know, I think the ironwood or some other versions of it might be a little bit more resistant. I mean, mahogany is good. It's still, this deck that I have is 20 years old and it still looks good. It's just that you have to go out and stain it and power wash it every year or something.
The previous guy mentioned like Slidell or something like that. That's a mahogany similar product. So
It'll be undercover here too, so it'll
add, yeah.
So on the L, we're downplaying the trim a little bit from the main block of the house. The main block has the bigger pilasters, just 2 6-inch corner boards here. We will continue the water table that's on the house around the L.
Roofing material.
Roofing material, I think you have
Just standard 40
That's
year
right.
asphalt trees.
architectural. I
I was
think.
gonna say architectural grade.
Okay? The The cupola roof is a lower pitch, so probably have to do something else on there. I don't think you're really gonna see it if you come back again. So it's up so high, really, you're just gonna see the edge of the roof coming around here. But because it's such a low pitch, we'll either have to do a membrane roof or we can do metal. Something along those lines, but I don't think you're really gonna see it.
No.
What else can I tell you?
Railings?
Excuse me?
Are there any railings on the?
There are on the cutout there, but there'll be pickets to match the pickets that are on the rear deck there. White picket.
The only question I had was the stairs to the attic and cupola. The floor plan has 36-inch wide stairs. I would,
This is a question for
Yeah.
Tim.
I was gonna say, that's
Yeah,
interior.
that's
we won't
code.
see- That's,
especially that, you know, since it's an attic and it's a space not occupied, my current stairs are dropped down, they're 14 inches wide. I'd like to have these stairs 32 inches wide by 36, and what that would allow me to do is, right now, the dimensions of the cupola are 13 feet 2 inches by 14 feet 6 inches. If I could put 32-inch stairs in it, I could reduce the cupola size, the width to be 12 feet 2 inches, and I could extend the 14.6 to 14.8 so that the cupola is centered on the main wing, and it's also would be centered on the chimney and the north wing. Right now, with the 14.6-inch length, it's about 1 foot 3 inches aft of the chimney and the center line of the north wing. So if I went to those dimensions with the stairs, I could have everything all centered on the.
So given that it's non-habitable space, we can go with the 32.
Yeah.
Okay.
It sounds like it, looking at it. I don't think there's any, it's not gonna be habitable space. It sounds like it's really just going to be kind of an access way to that deck.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any space up there big enough that would quantify it to be a room.
Yeah.
You don't have anything over 7 feet, right?
Right.
So, yeah, it
Okay.
wouldn't be considered a room, really even considered a room.
Okay.
I think it would remain, it would be called a finished attic, which is essentially when we have a master closet.
Yeah.
You don't have to meet this, you don't have to meet the ceiling requirements and all that other stuff. So that's probably the lens that we looked at through.
Okay. Great. Any questions?
Mark, do you have any questions?
Oh,
straightforward. Just obviously get your list of materials. I mean,
Sure.
you verbalized it for today's purposes, and that's
We'll have it on the
perfect.
drawing.
Right. But I mean, everything seems pretty straightforward.
And you guys usually like a window list from the vendor.
Yes.
I understand.
Yes.
It's his fault. Okay.
I would say I'll do a drive-by. Or a walk-by.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Do you have any questions
No,
now that you've?
So that was everything. I was just really concerned about we went into this whole discussion with this zone and this unit occupancy, or, what does that mean? Yeah, it's, and then I Googled a half a dozen different places and said, oh, yeah, this is just an attic. I just want to get to this deck so I can look at my phone.
Yeah, for something to be considered living space, there's minimum room sizes with, and it doesn't sound like it's gonna meet any of that, so I don't think we could ever.
Well, I just didn't know, like, there's no heat up there, there's no water up there, there's no sanitary facilities up there. It's just an attic. Make it a little bit bigger so I could get a telescope up there.
Attic with windows.
And I'm not sure if you heard me say to the previous person, if you get everything in by this Thursday, you could be on the docket for next session, which is February 20
I'm
something.
not gonna be ready by Thursday. So.
Okay, I just, I did.
I saw it's up here going.
Okay, no, I just
See you
wanted
next
him
month.
to know, I just wanted you to know that,
I'm here then, but
All right,
the next meeting, well, actually, the
March.
March
3rd.
March is, when is the meeting in March?
March 3rd and 17th.
March 3rd. Okay, I won't be here for March 3rd. I'll be here for 17th.
Okay, we can do it.
Okay. All right. I just wanted you to be aware
Yeah.
that I didn't know how pressed for time you were.
Yeah, just.
All right.
All right, we'll talk.
Okay.
Thank you. Very nice meeting you, Brian.
Okay,
Have a-
thank you.
Have a good evening.
All right, so can I add both of them at the same time or no? Okay, Moriarty makes the motion to add 35 to 37 Water Street to the pre-application.
Ferguson seconds. Any discussion? Vote.
Goodrich, aye.
Ferguson, aye.
Moriarty, aye.
Ernst, aye.
Thanks, Mark.
35 to 37. Okay.
Okay, Peter Springsteel again, 3537 Water Street. Um,
The house that was, I mean, the space that was jacked up. To
No, it's not that building, it's the other one.
It's
to the left, is it?
the same property. That building is here.
Oh, okay.
Okay, this building that we're talking about is here. And Water Street basically comes right up against it. Buildings in the flood zone. This is again not a real old building. We're not proposing to do that much to it. But one of the things we are trying to do as we do this is to comply with the flood regulations. Right now it's used as kind of a workshop, storage, retail, and just these guys that I'm working for just purchased it and they're going to use it for similar things. They're going to store stuff. They might use it a little bit more as a retail operation than as storage or a workshop, but essentially the same uses are going to be going on. So in doing that, they wanted to provide a little bit more friendly entranceway to the building, because when you look at the building, where do I go to this thing? So this is the way it is today. That's the Water Street facade. This facade faces south. So you do see this as you're coming from the Packer Inn towards Mystic. This is the other side, which you see as you're going towards the Packer Inn. And then this is the back side that faces the river. So there's two overhead doors. We're not doing anything with those. This facade, the shingles are starting to really wear, so we're going to replace those shingles with the same material. It looks like red cedar shingles, so we're just going to replace those. And then on the water side is where we're going to make some changes. Right now, there's a man door right here that we're removing, so we'll just shingle over that. And then we're going to add a door here, a full view glass door, probably fiberglass. And then the window fenestrations are going to move around a little bit to create a symmetrical entrance here. And then we're proposing a canvas awning and a little sign placard there. There's some wooden stairs here that are kind of out of code and falling apart, so we're just going to replace those with new wood stairs. And we're adding flood vents along the bottom of the building. Now, I only have to do them on two sides. So I'm going to do them on the water side and on the north side. So these you probably won't see hardly at all. And these you only see when you come around. So I won't do it on the Water Street side or the front. So really, that's all we're proposing for this building.
Nothing's going on with the roof and any siding you said is going to be
Like probably.
like.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the stairways are wood.
Yep.
And
They're
the
just
awning's canvas.
Yep. And I don't know, I was thinking navy blue or black. I'm not sure which. If you care, I'll show it.
As long as it's canvas.
In a canvas.
Yeah. Okay.
And that, you see that from a water set, like if
Yeah.
I'm on a boat
Oh,
going
yeah. Yeah,
towards
you'll
the
see
bridge.
it. Yep.
That's that's parking lot and then docks and water. Just it's like putting one.
Is this referred to today as Bayside Diesel?
I couldn't understand you, Mark.
Say that again, Mark?
Is this called Bayside Diesel on the map? I think it is.
Might be.
Might be. It looks like it. Yep.
There's the water right there. There's the building.
Oh, okay, thank you.
That's it. Here's the river.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they did diesel work there. That sounds right.
Let's look at the map.
On the sign.
Very familiar, but
Spend a lot of money there, huh?
yeah,
Do you
yeah.
have any questions?
My boat sits near there.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty straightforward.
This one I'm probably going to try to come next.
And,
Mhm.
and same as you already noted, just the windows that you're putting
Okay.
in, just.
No, I spend my money at Daniel Packard.
After you own a boat. That's where you end up.
There might be the first time you brought it in.
I've seen the bill for the diesel work.
Right.
I own the EPI.
All right. I'm gonna add, Moria makes motion to add 40 Water Street to the pre-application.
Ferguson second.
Good or chai?
And I gotta say, any discussion? Okay, vote, sorry.
Good or chai?
Ferguson, aye.
Moriarty, aye.
First eye.
All right.
Okay, Peter Springsteel again for 40 Water Street, which is Fort Rachel Marina.
Whoa.
Interesting thing about this property is that when you drive down Fort Rachel, you make that loop around where they store all the boats. That's actually all their property. The whole road is in their property. Here's the property line. Here's where the road comes in. Well, it doesn't show very well here, and it loops around and comes back up the hill here. I'm not saying it shouldn't be reviewed, but it's just interesting. Because, there's water here. Everybody sees this thing. So there's a perspective photograph from
Can you move it up a
this
little
corner
bit?
here.
Thank you.
So this Google map photo is from, say, this street right here. Looking back, this is the existing building there. That's there. That's not an old building. It's probably the 80s or so that they built that. Proposal is to remove that building. Right now, there's an apartment in it, and they use it for some storage. And I think the bathrooms for the facility.
That's where my shower is.
Yeah,
Oh, boy. There goes a vote.
we're gonna get you a better one. So that's going to go away, and in its place,
Building?
yeah, we're going to
Yeah.
tear the whole building down.
How
Yeah.
old is that building?
I think it was built in the 80s.
1980s, not 1880s.
Okay.
Um,
Not very hysterical, so.
and for them, what they do, it's a pain in the neck. They got tenants, and they need more area for their operation. So what they're proposing is 2 big boat bays here. And then we're going to replace all the facilities, the bathrooms, the showers, and give them an office. And then instead of putting boats out here now, they're going to use it as a parking lot to be able to access this.
Well, it is a parking lot for 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I mean,
Right. But they're not
They're
going to
gonna-
start boats here anymore.
I'm sure in the wintertime, they'll probably put boats out there,
I was
right?
gonna say, I'm sure.
I don't think they want to. I think they want to
Really?
get out of the boat.
Really?
That's what they told me.
Okay.
It's seasonal parking lot during the summer and the boats in the winter. I don't know.
I'd be big.
We'll see.
We'll see.
So a couple things to keep in mind when I do this project is this thing is entirely in the flood zone. Okay, like really in the flood zone.
So it gets a little wet when there's a flood.
Is it in a V zone?
No.
Oh, well, that's good.
Yeah, the whole road gets flooded.
Yeah.
Just building on buoys.
Yeah, high tide, this gets flooded.
Yeah, no, as I said, I used to keep my boat there.
So there's that. Now, for commercial uses, we can do dry flood proofing, meaning that we can create a enclosure that's essentially waterproof. And then wherever we have openings, we can use flood gates and flood logs to make the building, completely flood-proof or flood resistant during a flood. So I don't have to lift the building way up in the air.
Yeah.
And so that's a good thing.
Because it's commercial.
Right. If it's residential, you couldn't do that.
Right.
How high on a building would you have to gate it, do the floodgates? That's kind of gonna the number of floodgates or
Pretty tall. They're gonna be pretty high up.
gonna be up pretty high.
The DFE is it marking? No, the DFE is elevation 12. The BFE is 11.
Yeah.
The floor of the building is about 7,
Well, that's not that bad.
6.
So you could go up probably 6 or 7 feet.
So basically, the DFE is just above the man door.
Oh, wow.
But it's not as it's could be worse.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you know.
Good. So we'll start here. This facade faces east. So when you first enter, when you're coming into the property on the road, this will be right against the road, basically, across from the docks. What we've done is created a ramp to get us up to the floor height that we're going to use for the whole building. And it's basically at the higher point of the grading up here. So I'm not really raising the whole thing up for any other reason, just to meet the grade at the higher point here. So from that point up to the DFE, I have to waterproof this building. And I also have to hydrostatically reinforce this building so that the water doesn't crush it in. So typically what I'm going to have to do is a concrete wall up to that height. Now I can clad that with something if you don't like the idea of the concrete wall, or I can leave the concrete. I can do some texture on the concrete. There's a number of things I can do. Right now I'm showing it as concrete, and then above that line would be shingle. As you go around the building, well, as long as I'm here, this faces north. And as you go to the north, the site goes starting to go up the hill. So we're going to be built into the hillside here. You don't really see much of this. So there's your concrete there is much less exposed, and then you have shingle above that.
The hill on the house on the rock is right there.
Say again?
The house on the rock is right up the hill. So
Right.
you won't see that facade at all.
So then as you come around to the south side of the building, there's your concrete again, your concrete enclosure. Now, the building has the work bays and it has the finished office and bathroom area. That finished office and bathroom area is going to be dry flood proofed. The work bays, I don't have to dry flood proof them. I can let the water go in and out with flood vents. So in that part of the building, I don't have to have the concrete come all the way up to the DFE. I can use other materials that are water resistant. They don't have to be, I don't need that concrete wall to keep the building from collapsing in on itself. I'm going to let the water pressure in and water pressure out. So to the south, facing the rest of the boatyard, is this facade here. And then to the west, we're going to have a big overhead door here. And again, I don't have to do the concrete walls here. This would be all shingled. And then you're seeing that L here that's kind of built into the hillside. Hoping to use shingles. We'll use simulated divided light windows. Haven't picked a manufacturer yet. I think tonight I'm trying to get a feel from you guys where what you're liking, what you're not liking. And then I'll come back with more details in the next round.
The overhead doors are made of dot.
To be, I have to figure that out. But we're going to use, ideally, the owner would like to use a sort of a roll-up door where there's an encasement and it rolls into the encasement.
Oh.
So let's use
I don't
the
know.
shop at the dealership.
What's that?
Like, let's use the shop at the dealership.
Right.
Yeah.
Because they're big.
You get them high speed up and down quick. They wear forever.
I'm gonna have to find out what kind of a look we can get with those. I don't know yet. And whether or not you're gonna be happy with that or not, I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe it's not as big a deal to you. You tell me. As to what.
Would it be underneath the overhang of the roof?
I think I can reverse it and put the box on the inside,
Okay.
or I can hide it in the soffit, one or the other.
That was what I mean.
But I think the look might be better on the inside because if you do it on the outside, you're gonna have these tracks. You're gonna see the tracks
Right.
going down.
On our buildings, we have them on the inside.
You do,
so-
okay. So it might look better that way.
Yeah. That would be my inclination. Just shoot from the hip at this point. What's the commission's feeling on the?
I always thought the existing building that's there is odd. So I do support that going away. Boating is a very important industry for this area, so I'm happy to support the new building. Yeah, I would want to see the concrete covered up somehow. Something that feels nautical, looks
Yeah.
kind of in place with the rest. So
Could you put shingles over them?
shingles or
I'm asking.
Good.
I don't
stone
know
veneer or I don't know, something to.
Well, they have PVC shingles now. I don't know if you've seen them or
Oh,
like the idea of that, but they come in mottled colors, so they look pretty good. You can still tell because of the
yeah.
coloring that they're not really wood shingles, but
Could you bring some to the next
yeah,
meeting?
yeah, I can show you some
Just 'cause
examples.
I haven't.
This is either my last or second to last meeting, so take this, from the guy that won't be here.
Okay.
I mean, it's an industrial boat building at the end of the day. Yeah, I mean, I think of what was on the property that burned down. I mean, you had corrugated steel buildings that people started were fighting to keep up because they were historic.
Yeah.
I personally don't think anything with the raw concrete it doesn't, give me any heartburn, but that's just. I mean, at some point it's an industrial building. How crazy you would get to dress it up like something that, carried the cannons up in the War of 1812. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I'm just thinking as a boater coming into Mystic, this is the side you see coming when you're coming upriver. And I'm not against the textured concrete if that was the, had to be final thing, but I prefer
Just
a more,
offering an alternate view.
yeah.
Or
Yeah,
that brick veneer that they put on, would you?
Yeah, no, I mean, I have no problem with brick, because brick is historic,
Or stone.
How does
Stone.
this veneer hold up if there is a flood? It's sitting underwater for a couple of days.
Say that again?
How well does that veneer hold up if we get hit with the big flood? It's sitting underwater for 10 hours.
I think all that stuff is rated for exposure.
Okay.
I don't think I don't know if it was underwater for a long time.
Yeah.
They may get some popping,
Not
but I
sure.
think if it's probably okay to get wet. I mean, they use it in a lot of
Yeah.
It's all
Exterior
masonry material.
wall. Yeah, right,
Yeah.
right.
But if it
I
got,
don't know the answer. I
if
was
it got
just yeah.
saturated and then you had a real deep freeze, you might have some problems.
Right.
It doesn't
You
usually
put the
happen.
right drainage planes behind it.
Yeah,
right.
It'll be
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
And if we want the more of the wood look, all the PVCs they make now look like they have look like wood, but
I mean,
I'll weigh in. I don't mind the concrete. I just think there's options with the concrete.
okay.
And I think it's more durable rather than,
textured concrete. I don't want to see cinder block.
yeah,
personally.
Yeah,
my,
I think that's
That's where I'm
my least
Okay.
favorite
Going
material
away
is
from
split
what-
face block. Hate that. But but I think
Yeah.
just,
What was that, Mark? I didn't hear you broke up there. What'd you say?
I'm sorry, split face block is my least favorite, but I think
Yeah.
just you can do things with concrete, and that's kind of honest answer to what we're doing here. So
Okay.
that's
The
my
doors are
opinion. I am happy to see this. There's a boat and my boat's there, so one of my boats is there. I was wondering what was going on and didn't know the story, so it's interesting to hear the story about the history of that building that's there. But yeah, I think being honest about it is important.
Okay.
I agree, Mark.
All right.
And the service bay doors, I mean,
It's a workshop at the end of the day.
yeah,
right,
like
right,
whatever's,
Okay.
No,
I mean, come on.
I was just curious. No, I wasn't like
Yeah.
nitpicking. I was just
Yeah.
curious.
No,
what
I
the-
appreciate
You just
I mean,
wanted
I-
like
question.
blacksmith made wrought iron.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
gonna say I want something from
All
Seaport that's
wood.
made.
whittled by
There's the
hand.
house on the rock.
No, I
The
just
house
was
on the rock
just
that's
curious
been
what you were
approved that's
thinking,
above
'cause
this. My least favorite thing about it is I call it lick a stone or lick a brick. The stone that they put on there is in the base is not great. Not sure if you worked on that, Peter, but
Where's this? Where's
just the
this?
house on the rock just above this building.
No, I didn't work on that.
Oh, good.
No.
'Cause I like the building in a way, but I think the lick of stone that's on there is very just gives it away. So
Okay. Yeah. All right. So maybe I'll stick with the concrete.
my
Maybe.
opinion.
And I really second his opinion. Like you said, to be honest about what we're building there. You
We,
try
you
and
could rub it too, so you don't have all the formwork in it.
Well,
I
that's
think-
what I'm saying. If it's a textured
Yeah.
concrete,
sound like
wouldn't
more
have
work
been
like
blocked.
with them. But that's
I just,
A lot of these old houses in these cottage areas, you look at the foundations and they're all boards, look
Right.
like boards,
Yeah.
because they use boards for forms and it looks really good.
Well, I
actually.
think the other pattern that's around here is, wood frame above a brick base. So this is pretty common around it. So not that this is a brick base, but it's really common that you see clapboard above a brick base. So
but this
this,
is gonna be shingle. Just as shingle. Just
yeah,
so you-
I get it.
But yeah,
Just-
okay.
But it's very common you see
Yeah.
the two, and
Yeah.
they did that all along. This various streets have been flooded, are all ready for this kind of.
Okay. And then we got their cupola on there and probably just architectural grade asphalt shingles for the roof. And again, we'll have flood vents on the garage bay portion of this.
What are the dimensions? I think you said it. I just,
The dimensions of
the building.
So that's 34 and 24 and a half. So 50,
58.
60.
Big
58.
building.
And then this side here. I'm not sure. You don't see
Peter,
anything.
it's fun to see you in plan.
So we got a private bathroom just for you, Mark. Right
is
here.
that
you.
will be
Thank
heated
you.
floors and steam shower for mine.
The radiant floors.
So we have a family bathroom and we have a women and a men's with 2 shower stalls in each one.
So would you say it's close to square? Going back to the
Yeah,
dimensions, like 58 by
this is
58.
58 and
The current building, where would it overlay?
so
Like-
here I can see it, but I don't know if you can see it, but here's the current building. Right here.
Oh, okay.
So
Ah.
So the new building really
doubling.
projects out into the.
This is
Quite a
much
bit
bigger,
more.
much bigger.
that's why I was asking.
Bigger
This seems
footprint.
Yeah, okay.
triple the footprint.
Yeah, this thing here is about 40 feet, I think, so they can put some,
That's-
good sizable boat in
Yeah,
there.
significant.
I don't know if they're gonna use that like a showroom or if they're gonna work in there. It might be a little bit of both, I don't know.
Maybe even some storage.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, they're my favorite dock.
So they also bought the last project I just showed you. They just bought that property too.
Oh, okay.
Is that where the old river ferry was or no? No,
That's the building they raised.
Yeah.
right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Do you guys have any questions?
No.
Seems pretty, I mean, I think have you heard the feedback you wanted to hear? at least?
Yeah,
Okay.
no, you gave me good direction here, so I'm good, thank you.
Okay, Mark, are you good?
I'm good.
Okay. Wow, that's a big project.
Yeah, I was wondering what was gonna go on there. I was been talking to Don for a while.
Yeah, he's got that crazed look in his eye like he's taking on too much.
Yeah, probably. As always. Have you've met Julie down there, right?
Yeah, Julie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Julie.
That's
Too much fun.
All right, thank you, guys.
All right, be safe this week. All right.
Thanks, yeah.
Yep.
All right, so that closes the pre-application. Okay. That closes the pre-application review. We'll now move to public communications. And I think that's you with this.
Yeah, you can see, guys, we
Yeah.
received, it was a mailing from Skelly Services about, drafting regulations, updating regulations and handbooks. That's one of the services they provide. So it came to us and, Sue said that she would just put it in so you guys could look at. I just wanted to kind of use that as when we are going out, when we put an RFP out, those are the kind of companies that we are hoping are going to be offering proposals for rewriting the handbook.
Okay.
So it's kind of an example as well as to let you know that,
That process will soon be starting.
yeah, and I can further elaborate on that in new business. But so that's just something for you guys for, a little bit of FYI.
Right, yeah. Trying to think any other public communications? Do you have any? I don't know. Mark, do you have any public communications?
No.
Do you have it further?
Nope, that's it for me.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Oh, no, I just.
Yeah.
Before I moved on. All right. That closes public communications. Now we'll move on to approval of the minutes.
Minutes look good. I had to rewatch the video because in the pre-application, I made a motion to add Mrs. Emerson,
Yeah.
13 Prospect. No one seconded it, and we didn't vote on it. And then she just went ahead. So, and Sue has it right in the minutes, but I just
Okay.
so
All right. That's my.
I don't know how
my
that
bad. I'm
happened.
sorry about that.
But yeah, no, they look good. So Moriarty makes a motion to approve the minutes from Tuesday, Jan 6th.
Ferguson second. Mark, your vote.
Ernst, aye.
Moriarty, aye.
Ferguson, aye. I'm assuming. Let me go back half step. Mark, do you have any discussion?
No.
Okay. All right, and now we'll go to old business. Any update on Ashby?
No, I have nothing there.
Okay,
I haven't had any communications with them.
no,
I'll put it on my radar.
Okay.
Try to, as late winter rolls around, spring rolls around, he's likely to poke out of the hole.
I was gonna say
And
pop back up.
yeah, and I will, I'll try to, he does have a permit application in to re-roof,
Okay.
Good.
but I won't approve it because he hasn't come before you guys
Right.
to at least disclose. And there's 3 tabs on there and he's probably going to architecturals. So,
Right, no,
I will try to, revisit that and get him dialed in. Under the election of officers, I think we postponed it from one of the prior meetings because of the attendance. Sue put it on this time. And I had a discussion with her that you guys might want to have a discussion with Tim not being here. You're likely to have potentially a new member alternate that would end up sitting as a regular member in the absence of an appointed full-time member.
no, we'll wait till
So you may want to postpone and
again
wait again on
until
that, but
Tim's.
that's entirely
yeah.
up to you guys.
Yeah, no, we'll just.
You want to motion that?
I'll
or-
make. Do we
Yeah,
need
you
a
probably
motion?
should do it in a
Okay,
motion because it is on the agenda.
I'm not seeing it, just for the record.
It's election of officers under old business. It's not on there.
So I'm just
It
showing,
was.
I'm looking at,
Oh, yeah.
I'm just online. Again, I see it, I see it on his, but I'm just telling you.
It's not on
the-
that one?
On the digital view, there is,
Oh.
so that's why it was hesitant.
Well, so when Sue was
But-
telling me that she
No, I'm
had
just
a little bit of difficulty doing the agenda when she was moving on the Pro Box, when she was moving some stuff over, and that might be one of the glitches from
And
it.
again, I just wanted to explain.
But I think
why.
it is on the advertised agenda.
It is.
Okay. All
Or
right.
the posted
So yeah,
agenda.
I'll gladly make a motion. I just didn't
Yeah.
see it even as on. All right, Ferguson makes a motion to postpone the election of officers until March 3rd.
Nope. Feb
Well,
17th?
I'll do Feb 17,
Or-
but I'm not sure.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
Make your
No,
motion again.
I'll make a motion to Ferguson makes a motion to postpone the election of officers till February 17th.
Why is that?
Because not everyone's here. Tim's not here. So,
Moriarty second.
Oh, can we have discussion before?
yeah.
Yep.
I mean, at the end of the day, let's just put our cards on the table. It's going to be the four of you, maybe Diane, maybe not. Why don't you just have the election now?
Because Tim's not here, and I don't want to.
Okay.
If Tim wants to fight him for vice chair, I don't want.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to
Let's have a good
deny
fight.
Tim that.
All right.
I don't want to deny.
I mean, because
Yeah,
this is just me talking. I mean, the kind of way I would see it
Yeah.
is, unless you guys want something different, is chair, vice chair, and it's secretary, not clerk. Just so you know.
I know. That's me and Susan's
I mean,
little.
unless you guys want it differently.
All right. Well, I just want to give Tim the
Okay.
opportunity without. So we'll just postpone it until February 17th.
There's only so many cards to stack on that deck.
So
Mark, any comments?
any
No,
discussion?
I'd like to be there, and it'd be good if Tim was there.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
I'm
Let's go to a vote.
actually there, but not there.
Right. Go to a vote.
A good or chai.
Ferguson, I.
Moriarty, aye.
Ernst, guy.
All right. So we've postponed the election of officers to the 17th of February. All right. So that should conclude old business, and now we go to new business.
So the only thing I have under new business is I just wanted to let you guys know that I had a conversation with Deb Jones surrounding the narrative that's going to be included with the $50,000 request in the CIP budget for your handbook rewrite. So the narrative has been drafted. It's $50,000 is going into the CIP for request, and then we'll get sent up the poll, and hopefully it'll stay at that, or they may reduce it, or they may distribute the money over 2 years. I don't know. We just have to see. But my boss, in some of his travels, put some feelers out to some people at some conventions, and he felt that $50,000 was probably a suitable amount to do what we want to do, based on it's going to be somewhat expansive. We want to include a lot of zoning stuff. We want to include a lot of flood stuff. So there's probably going to be some consultants with some expert outsourcing to go along with it. And but the narrative's been drafted. The request is in.
Is the narrative something we are allowed to look at?
I think I think
I don't want to overstep, but because it involves us, I didn't
think
know.
I don't know. I think what happens at this point is the proposed budgets are discussed internally.
Okay.
And then once they have had their internal discussions on them, and there's a draft budget, then I think then at that point it's available to the public.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Everybody.
Again, I'm not questioning her. I just wanted to
Yeah,
see,
yeah.
like, because it impacts us. I just
Yeah.
wanted to make sure
Yeah.
it was.
It's the discussion I had with her when she drafted it was all the language that
Yeah.
you would have thought, we're looking for continuity, we're looking for stuff specific to Mystic, we're looking to stuff for stuff that would no longer create conflicts with zoning. It's
Okay.
kind of, when you read it, you're probably going to say that's kind of exactly what the discussions have been historically surrounding all this.
Okay.
And just so you guys know too, if there are need for money, there are grants through State Historic Preservation Connecticut. So you guys know how to reach me if you need it. Just let us know. We'll put you in touch with the right people.
Mhm.
And that's all I have for new business.
Mark, do you have any new business?
I do not.
Mr.
I have a
Moore,
lot of old
sir?
business, but nothing new.
I don't think I have any new business now.
Mhm. I had new business, but I had it for the last meeting, so it's escaped me at the moment. But I was walking around downtown and there was something new I was like, it jumped out it was new enough that it jumped out at me.
Oh, I do have something new that jumped out at me.
Okay.
It was doors at the florist.
Okay.
Harp and Hound. Did we approve? I forget what.
Pretty sure we approved that years ago when we did the.
It's been a while, but
a long time. Okay.
Leo did come in front.
Yeah.
Because I mean, he's
John Patrick Walsh did
okay.
extensive plans for
Okay.
that down
Okay.
there, and
So
That was like 2 years ago, but I'm 99% sure that was all approved.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
But
It was 2 years ago, so
Okay.
of course
Yeah.
you're not gonna. Okay.
Okay.
But no, it was a residential place on Gravel or Pearl, but
residential.
You're right, because I was down there too, so the jumped out at me.
so I'll go for a look again, but
So I don't know if you've seen the activity of the architect Justin Petty. He's got a lot of activity going on at his house. He's got wood piled, the beam,
Oh, yeah.
barn is piled up in his front yard.
maybe
He's got
maybe that's what I'm
Oh my God.
He's got a giant lull in there,
Oh.
you know.
Wait, is that the one next to St. Mark's?
Yeah.
Yeah.
maybe that's what I'm okay. Maybe
That project is well in the throes and
Ugh.
at this point very impactful. He's got such limited space. The whole timber frame and all I think the entire building, the timber frame and all the finishes, everything has been delivered and sitting in his front yard.
Oh,
And they got a crane and a lull. Or,
Yeah,
you know,
maybe because I said it was Pearl or Gravel, so that might
yeah.
but that
Yeah,
might be what I'm talking.
he stops by all the time at my house with his dog. So,
Yeah.
but his project he did in Westerly, the Impressionist Museum in Westerly, is brilliant.
I've heard it's
It's
amazing.
If you haven't been there, it was a nursing home apparently, and it's just it's spectacular. Both the exhibit and the building work and the landscape is really wonderful. If you haven't been,
Okay.
Nice.
Right. Do you have any new business?
No.
Okay.
Just so if you guys want the training, as we've talked about, again,
Right.
let me know,
Yep.
set up a date and
Yeah.
shoot me an email. And
Yeah.
for the workshop for the residents.
Right. Okay. Well, with that, no more new business from the town.
Not really. I don't think I have anything that's
All right.
anything specific. There is a lot of activity. There appears there's probably going to be coming down the pike. I think there is going to be a lot of mystic stuff in the next year to 2 years that are very impactful projects based on some of the conceptual stuff that we've seen in kind of in confidence.
Commercial, residential, or both.
Both.
All right. Well, with that, at 8:35, sorry, 8:36, I'll adjourn the meeting. Adjourned.